Welcome back. You're watching the newsroom edition of Breaking Ground and I am Swati Joshi. The historic moment is finally here. Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore are on their journey back home. It's a 17-hour journey from space. Can you imagine the challenges? It was supposed to be a 9-day stay for them that turned into a 9-month stay. A lot of challenges and uncertainties, but after that, finally they are coming back home. There's excitement building. What was scheduled to be just a 9-day stay has extended to 9 months, and there were technical difficulties because of which there was an extension. There's been a lot of uncertainties and anxiety as well. In just a couple of hours from now, the astronauts will finally be back to their homes. They will be back to Earth. 2 steps out of the 4-step process has been completed already. So let's also take you through what the process really is that we're talking about. Let's in fact break down the details for you. There was hatch closure and undocking that took place at around 8:45 a.m. as confirmed by NASA. That's when the astronauts sealed the hatch and separated them from the International Space Station. This was a very important step that marked the beginning of their departure. Went on smoothly, and then the moment when the astronauts bid farewell to their home was also captured. After the hatch closure, the Dragon spacecraft detached from the International Space Station at around 10:35 a.m. Indian Standard Time. And this, in fact, was the official step for the descent to Earth. Let's take a look at that moment when Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore bid farewell to their home of 9 months.
And you see at the hatchway the 4 departing Crew 9 crew members posing for some final photos. And Nick Hague aboard Freedom confirming that Dragon's hatch to the International Space Station is closed. Looking once again inside Dragon, Butch Wilmore on the left. Settling into his seat is the commander of Dragon, veteran NASA astronaut Nick Hague. On the far right of your screen, Sunny Williams. Roscosmos cosmonaut Alexander Gorbanov is completing a few adjustments to items with his seat. He will don his entry suit just a few moments from now. And all 4 crew members will be positioned, ready for undocking and the beginning of a 17-hour trip back to Earth and a conclusion to this mission.
Go ahead on 2.
We are in step 5 decimal 2, and we found some pieces of dust around the hatch seal area, so we are going to clean them with cotton tape.
Copy and concur with the plan.
The hatch between the International Space Station and pressurized mating adapter number 2 is now closed. The Dragon hatch was closed at 10:05 p.m. Central Time, 11:05 p.m. Eastern Time.
So 2 steps out of the 4-step process has been completed. Let's take a look at what is going to happen next. Let's break down the details as to what will take place next. The Dragon spacecraft will now go through intense maneuvers. And the next step, in fact, is going to be deorbit burn, which will take place at supersonic speeds before finally slowing down its speed to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. And after many months and a harrowing time, yet important learning experience, now the astronauts will finally be in Earth's atmosphere. And once they are back in the atmosphere at around 3:27 a.m. Indian Standard Time, the Dragon spacecraft will splash down in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Florida. And with parachutes, the 2 astronauts will finally be back on land. After months of no gravity, they will keep their feet on Earth. Let's in fact take a look at what is the side effect of staying in the space for that long. Living in 0 gravity, the side effect of that could be muscle atrophy. Now this is the 3-phase recovery plan that we'll focus on later. Let's first talk about the side effects. So they've been living in 0 gravity, remember, for 9 months. Their stay there was extended, and this could cause muscle atrophy. At the same time, we are also telling you how there is a 3-phase recovery plan for them. It is going to take weeks for rehabilitation. The focus is going to be on functional growth of both the astronauts. So there are side effects, of course, of living in space for that long in 0 gravity. But at the same time, there is a 3-phase recovery plan that both the astronauts are going to follow, a tailor-made program for both the astronauts to once again acclimatize to the atmosphere here in Earth. So it's a 3-phase recovery that will be followed to ensure that they're in the best of their health once they come back to the Earth's atmosphere.
I feel very proud that a woman of India go to space. देखिए स्पेस में जाना सबका सपना होता है।
ये हमारे लिए खुशी और गर्व की बात है। ये विलियम्स जो आ रही हैं और मतलब ये तो पहले भी जा चुकी हैं स्पेस के अंदर, और लेकिन 9 मंथ से वहाँ पे थी और सभी को बेसब्री से इंतजार था उनका वे वापस आए, और हम उनको गर्व करते हैं।
Inspiration for the younger generation and especially the women that they can go beyond the galaxy. So we are very proud of that.
I'm really very happy about it.
I mean, it's really great news. Like, she has been stuck there for so many months and so much effort has been put to get her back. And it feels like really good, like she is finally coming back to it.
Also know that Sunita Williams, the scientist, was stuck there.
Yes,
How do you feel that she's coming back?
nice.
So do you feel happy? Do you want to become like her?
Yes.
It's really exciting to see that she's finally coming back. It must be such a hard time. We know कि scientists को बहुत ज़्यादा special training दी जाती है to be in a situation like that. But that was a kind of situation that we or she or anybody must not be thought of. मतलब it's really commendable how powerful she is, and I'm really happy and I'm glad that she is coming back.
Feeling very happy that she is coming back because she has made everyone very proud with her all travels to the space, and she has done so much of the research work. She has actually managed to stay there for such a long period of time. So I feel very proud and I feel very happy about her that she's finally coming back.
So space enthusiasts and the entire scientific community, in fact, looking forward to that splashdown. And of course, it's a historic and significant moment. Earlier in the day, I spoke to the ISRO chief, Dr. V. Narayanan, about this space journey from the point of view of India's next mission, Gaganyaan as well. Take a look. So many months and a harrowing yet an important learning experience. The astronauts will finally be in Earth's atmosphere. Once back in the Earth's sphere at 3:27 a.m. here Indian Standard Time, the Dragon spacecraft will splash down in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Florida. And with parachutes, the two astronauts will finally be back on land. After months and months of no gravity, they will keep their feet on Earth. And this will mark the end of the space journey. But of course, the 9 months in space have been very, very eventful. But it's not been all fun and games. Remember, living for 9 months in zero gravity comes with its fair share of side effects. It could cause muscle atrophy and could require weeks of rehabilitation as the body adapts to weightlessness. So what will this process be like? It's going to be a 3-phase recovery process that could take weeks together. We in fact are breaking down the details here for you. So first, massages, stretches, assisted walking for a few weeks, and then they will proceed to underwater walking, light walking, and finally there would be tailor-made programs for them before they get back to life as usual. It's not just in the US. People across the world are waiting for Sunita's safe return. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also wrote a letter to Sunita Williams, calling her India's Beti. In a letter dated 1st of March, he extended greetings from the people of India and expressed pride in her work. He said 1.4 billion Indians are proud of her achievements and people of India pray for her health and success. He then ended the letter by inviting her to India, saying it would be a pleasure to host one of India's most illustrious daughters. Times Now also visited the ancestral village of her father, and no doubt many. And we're now joined by ISRO Chief Dr. V. Narayanan. Thank you very much for giving us your time. The entire world is waiting for this return with bated breath. India especially extremely proud of Sunita Williams. How do you see this? Space enthusiasts and the entire scientific community, of course, is extremely proud of the both of them. How do you look at her contributions?
I am extremely happy to note that Sunita Williams is returning after 9 months. And it is going to be an exciting day. And on behalf of the Department of Space and the entire country, let me wish her a safe return. And we are so excited to see her back, even though it took a lot of time. During this time, lot of experiments they have carried out. These experiments will be highly useful for the scientific community. And we also learned lot of lessons from this to ensure the 100% perfect Gaganyaan mission.
Well, Dr. Narayanan, Gaganyaan will be India's and ISRO's first human space flight. So what are the lessons that India can learn from this mission, particularly when it comes to, dealing with such situations where you have technical failures and extensions?
Yeah, in fact, when you talk about this type of missions, lot of things has to be done. Number one, if you take our Gaganyaan mission, number one, we have to do the human rating of the vehicle. Human rating is meant for improving the reliability of the vehicle. We have completely gone through the qualification of the vehicle and we have almost human rated the vehicle. Also, continuously we are monitoring the we will be monitoring the health of various subsystems of the vehicle in order to ensure the vehicle is working safely. And second aspect is the orbital module in which the Gaganyatris have to travel. We have to maintain the required pressure, temperature, humidity, carbon dioxide, and we call it as an environmental control and safety system. The development and qualification is going on with full vigor. Then in the event of any issue, in the event of any problem associated with the vehicle, we have to save them safely. For that we are developing a crew escape system and we are undergoing a different qualification process. Also, the vehicle will be taking them, Gaganyatri, to 170 kilometers from there. We have to take them to the orbit by a propulsion system called service module propulsion system, which is put through extensive testing and qualification. And we have to maintain the Gaganyatris safely in the orbit. And when you bring back, lot of heat flux will be generated. And we are doing extensive theater studies, experimental studies, and we have completed the design and we are realizing the thermal system. And the last phase, they have to be brought down by the parachutes. And 9 parachutes are there. The entire thing, development and qualification is going on. And we are not taking anything for granted because this is the mission in which human life is involved. And that too, our own brothers, our sisters' life is involved. And the entire ISRO and the organizations across the country who are involved in the Gaganyaan program is systematically, with single-minded devotion, we are working to ensure the mission is successful in the first attempt. As ISRO chief, I am extremely confident the way we have handled the Mars orbiter mission. India is the only country and first country succeeded in the Mars orbiter mission. And in which we have learned the lesson from others. Similarly, here also we are learning the lesson from our own development issues and others. And we are going to ensure a grand successful mission. And it will be a perfect 100%.
Right.
First mission itself will be a 100% successful mission.
Right. Now what Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore endure in the space during their 9-month stay, and extended stay rather, is also about their mental strength and resilience. So how are astronauts in India being trained, Dr. Narayanan, take on such challenges?
In fact, they are put through a series of training programs, both theoretical training as well as experimental training. And they will be really, the type of training what is given will give them enough confidence, enough resilience to handle this type of situations.
Right. Well, we have emerged as a key space player after Chandrayaan 3 and Aditya L1. But with Gaganyaan mission, what are the protocols that ISRO has studied from this human spaceflight, NASA's human spaceflight programs?
Right now we have human rating our LVM-3 vehicle. It is not the same LVM-3 vehicle which is going to take our Gaganyaan 3. In fact, if you take, we are having 3 propulsion systems. All the 3 propulsion systems are subjected to extensive testing, demonstrating its margin, and we have completed the qualification. Take different structures. It is put through different level of test, and we are clear. Take the equipment bay, which consists of electronic packages, control systems, navigation system. Everything is, in fact, we have brought quadruple redundancies and against triple redundancy. So,
Would ISRO consider developing its own version of Starliner like vehicle for regular human space flights, sir?
Say, we are developing the vehicle, for example, equipment bay with quadruple redundancy. First time we have considered and it is undergoing different testing. Another important thing is integrated vehicle health monitoring system. Almost 300 parameters we are monitoring to ensure the safety of the astronauts. And in the event of any issue, they will be saved by using the crew escape system. And we are also going through a series of test programs in order to ensure the success of the mission. And I am quite confident we will succeed in the first attempt itself with the total country with us, total blessing of the country and the type of technical capability of the country. I am quite confident we will succeed the mission in the first attempt itself.
Well, it's being widely reported how Sunita Williams carried a piece of India with her. She took the Bhagavad Gita and an idol of Lord Ganesha. We've also, in fact, seen how scientists at ISRO, pray before important missions, pray for its success. So what is the role of spirituality in the life of a scientist, an astronaut?
We always pray. And because of course, we have to do systematically the scientific activities. But then, we also strongly believe in our roots. And in fact, we, the scientists, always pray at the end of the day. And so that is what I want to communicate.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving us your time and thank you for speaking with us. With that, we're slipping into a very short break. There's a lot more lined up for you on the other side. Stay on with us.